Okay then, let's talk about the next type of message that we can send. We've discussed follow-up, we've discussed the broadcast, but then this third option here, blog broadcast, I think has a lot of potential. I see very few people using it, and it's something that I'm actually going to experiment with one of my lists here in the near future, and that is the blog broadcast. So let me show you how this works. I've selected the list I want to work with right now. So I've selected my Marketing Tools Today list. And I'm going to go ahead and select the blog broadcast. Now the first thing that we need to do is to create this blog broadcast. And so clicking on the link there will do that for us. And what it needs to know is what is the RSS feed that we want to start sending out to our mailing list. Well, that's simple enough. Let me pop on over to my Marketing Tools website. And over here I have my feed. Let me click on there. Alright. And there's my feed from FeedBurner. I'm going to select that now and then go on back. So I've copied it, and now I'm just going to go ahead and paste it right there into my list. Now I have several preferences that I can choose, and basically what this is going to do is as soon as I enter a blog entry on my website, it's automatically going to email that entry, or at least a part of it, to everybody on my mailing list. And I can select when is this going to send. Is it going to send immediately as soon as I post that blog? Or I have all kinds of choices, as you can see here. I'm going to go ahead and keep the immediately option. It also wants to know here about sending it when the number of items is at least 1. In other words, if I have at least 1 new item, it's going to go ahead and send it. Or send it on a specific date. So what I can do is I can set this that it will automatically send when I get 2 or 3 messages or more. I'm just going to leave it at 1. Or I can just have it send automatically on a specific date. Every Tuesday, for example. Now the trick with this is, though, you've got to make sure that you have entries into your blog that have been new, or else they're just going to keep getting the same information over and over again. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to set this up that anytime that I have a new item, at least 1 new item, it's going to go ahead and send it. And I'm going to tell it to send it automatically. I also can still track my clicks inside of that message. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now I have to select a template. Now, there is something important that you have to do here in the selection of the template. When you're doing a regular broadcast or a regular follow-up email, you automatically have the basic template, and that's automatically the one that it does. When you do the blog broadcast, it doesn't work like that. You have to select it, and you have to tell it to load that template. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to get this information down here, and it's not going to work for you. So keep the basic template if you want to, that's fine, but then tell it to load the template. Now notice here, let me scroll on down so you can see for a little bit. Notice here it's got all kinds of information that's going to be putting into your blog broadcast, the description of it, the link to see the rest of it is going to put in a part of your message there. And so it's got all kinds of information here that's going to send out to your user. You can move these around, rearrange them if you want. You can even look up in the help section what each of these particular coding, what those mean. So you can really personalize it there if you wish. Or you can even just use the HTML one. So you have lots of different options there with the blog broadcast. And then once you've done that, you simply just go ahead and you tell it to save. And then what's going to happen from that point forward, anytime that you post a message to your blog, it's going to email that message out to everybody on your list. It's an awesome, awesome way of automating a function there that sometimes can get a little old about cutting and pasting. But it also is a great job of sending people right back to your blog. So they get your email newsletter, they see part of it, and then they click on the link and they can go back to your website and read the rest of it. It's a great way to send additional traffic back to your website. So that's it there. That is the blog broadcast feature of Aweber.